Alright, I guess we're doing this. I am Live the Truth, and today I'm going to be reacting to the One Piece anime episode 1098. Last episode, 1097, Shaka, one of the good versions of Vegapunk, gives his tale of when he was on an Ohara, well, post-Buster Call after the fact, and he was there to pay respects to Ohara. He knew Clover, and he knew that Ohara, what happened to Ohara was wrong. It shouldn't have happened. So he was there to pay respects, ended up running into the giants after they were picking up the books that the people from Ohara have thrown into their water, their lakes, so they wouldn't get burned and destroyed. He saw the giants picking them up, and then ran into Dragon, Monkey D. Dragon, Luffy's father, who was also on the island, also paying his respects. He lets Dragon lets Dr. Vegapunk know that the giants are acting on behalf of someone who knows the value of the books, and they'll be taking the books, which Vegapunk does follow them, hence after a certain point in time, to read the books, and he meets, I'm assumedly, Saul, who is bandaged up, who gives him the okay to read the books, just points and he goes read them, and now Dr. Vegapunk knows everything that the people of Ohara knew, all their knowledge, and is basically building Egghead Island off of that. He also goes on to say that Monkey D. Dragon, Luffy's father, who was just a regular freedom fighter by this point in time, because of the whole Ohara incident, because of what happened to Ohara, that's what pushed him, ignited him to become a revolutionary. And he went out, met Ivan-chan, Kuma, and they formed the Revolutionary Armies. After telling them the story and getting Robin all in her feels, he pulls the Straw Hats, the group that he's with, to another area in the place, and they see on the camera Luffy messing with the old man Vegapunk. And old man Vegapunk is telling Luffy the reason his head's not as big as it was in the flashback is because he has the brain fruit, so his head just continues to grow, and at a certain point in time it's about the size of a giant, so he cut it off. He has it in a top area above called Punk Records, I believe, and that's where it's currently communicating with all the different Vegapunks. They are uploaded to it once a day, and they sync in with it. Basically, the internet made by himself, a man-made internet, which is kind of wild. But he wants to eventually take that and spread it to the world and have a form of internet for the whole world. But Bonnie, still upset at him for what he did to Kuma, tries to take him out using a lightsaber. And the lightsaber had a quirk in it where it attracts bugs, and she passed out when she got swarmed with a bunch of stag beetles. Vegapunk's a perfectionist. He hates everything that he messes up. So anything that's slightly bit of out of place, like I don't know, a pink dragon instead of a blue dragon, he sees that as an absolute failure, despite anything else that could be working. But one of the inventions, well, one of the things in the junkyard that Luffy points out, the Iron Giant, asking that if that was his invention, Vegapunk says no, he didn't make it. That was made some time ago and was last active 200 years ago when it attacked Mary Joie. So I'm assuming we're going to get some info on this Iron Giant and it being mobilized, and maybe some more information on the Void Sentry, and maybe some of what the Horus know, since Vegapunk knows all of that. But without further ado, One Piece episode 1098. Let's get into it. This is the legendary Iron Giant that is said to have attacked the sacred Mary Joie 200 years ago. And that's where we started. The eccentric dream of a genius. Okay, Vegapunk, what you got in store for us? Attacked sacred Mary Joie. Once it wakes up, it's gonna be in big trouble. Is it a deadly weapon? In addition, it was built 900 years ago. Well, hard to believe. I'm right there with you, Jinbei. But so it was made 900 years ago and was last active 200 years ago. Ooh, we're getting some visuals of the attack. Oh yeah, that's a mechanized beast right there. It was like he was fulfilling some sort of last will and testament. Celestials were really running for their lives, huh? I heard it ran out of power, so no damage. But it must have been quite a surprise to the scientists at the time. The world government ordered its complete destruction. But the curiosity of scientists would not let that happen. So here it is, passed down to the present day. All right, world government told them scientists to destroy it. They did it. Just like the people on horror didn't want to destroy their books. They just passed it down. Which is probably why this Iron Giant is going to be a whole problem later on. Hey, why don't you fix it? I want to make it my own robot and operate it. Man, think he was a Power Ranger. Oh, they heard that part about the year the Fishman was granted. Whoa, that year the Kingdom of Ryoga affiliated with the world government and was allowed to participate in the revelry. The robot attacked the celestial dragons the same time that the fishermen were allowed to join the revelry. That's no coincidence. Are you saying this humongous robot climbed the red line? It would seem so. Oh yeah, Vega Force 01, the one that picked him up, was modeled after the Iron Giant. Yep, I figured as much. But there was something I couldn't replicate even with my scientific capability. The power source. There was some power in the past that defies the common knowledge of the world today. Even with our scientific technology, we can't replicate that Iron Giant perfectly. Okay, so the power source for that thing is so advanced that there's no way for them to use it or recreate it. He's probably using a different form of power source for the robot they have. Wait a minute, I thought it was a little girl. Oh, they just now finding out Bonnie was a little girl. I feel that it was fate that brought you here today. Fate? I need you to take me away from Egghead. Huh? Oh, right. Rob Lucci is here to take out Vegapunk. That's probably why he's saying you need to get me out of here. Forgot that little tidbit. CP0 is rolling up with Akuma Seraphim. That is right. Oh, all right. Chess pieces are being moved. That is right. This is Cypher Pole. Allow us to enter Egghead. He just run away. And they started firing. I couldn't tell if that mom was going to eat him or just open their mouth. Please. Why does that one beast look like Kid? Why does that one beast look like Kid on me? We're badly trained pets. I guess she's getting got to. Yeah, it's a bad look if you let them in and you got the Straw Hats run there. I mean, not just... Oh, Rob Lucci, yep. Ooh. Every one of them know that name. Tell the shit to leave the Seraphim and go. He said, prepare to intercept, will deny the world government entry. He said, hey, tell them, leave the Seraphim and leave. We ain't letting these fools in. That's such a funny den mushy for him. We deny your request. Please leave the Seraphim and go. Did they catch on? Maybe Brand G14 is nearby. Go over there, you're trying to relax. 2 months ago, one Cypher Port number 5 ship. A month ago, Cypher Port number 7. 2 weeks ago, Cypher Port number 8. Not a single government ship that has visited Egghead in the past 2 months has returned. I wonder why. Yeah, this was like She wouldn't stop it. She gonna talk her ass off. Please me. I'm gonna take the future with my own hands. Dr. Vegapunk, he just appealing to the child natures of Luffy and Chopper at this point. With my science, I want to make a world like this someday. A world where energy is provided to everyone free of charge. Free energy? I mean, we're fighting for that nowadays. You don't seem to notice it. Are you gonna give everyone something? Okay, yeah, Luffy doesn't understand the concept of free energy, but Jinbei does, yeah. The resources that present energy are always the seeds of war as countries fight over them. Yep. That's a very colorful depiction of the Earth. We're gonna eliminate one major cause of war in the world. I mean, if everyone had energy, then yeah, I guess you wouldn't fight over it anymore. But there would still be no problems. I'm not interested in being a hero though. Now, why do you want to get out of here? He said, I don't really care about your dream, but why do you want me to save you? The more I try to create the energy I seek, the closer I get to the power source, the ancient energy that powered this ancient mechanical soldier. So the closer he gets to trying to make infinite energy, the closer he gets to stumbling upon whatever the energy source was for that Iron Giant. In the process of carrying on my friend's will, I went deeper and deeper into it. Oh, did the beast attack? No. Okay, so it looks like there was a Rob Lucci probably tried to force his way in and started fighting the sea beast. The government's gonna eliminate me just like O'Hara because you learned. Yeah, okay, there it is. Because you know too much. Because you know, it started off you researching it because of your connection to Clover and based off what happened to O'Hara, wanting to learn more and more. And I don't know how you got the Iron Giant. You said that had been passed down for 200 years since the scientists got. I don't know how they kept it under wraps all this time. But that's probably why you knew your death was coming. With what, 3 Cypher Pole agent ships missing? 5, 7, and 8. Or 6, 7, and 8. 3 of them gone missing. And you know you've been studying things you shouldn't have. And working on things you shouldn't have and have something you shouldn't have. Yeah, it makes sense the world government's coming for you. Which Rob Lucci rolling up, doing his absolute best to try to come in. Well, not Rob, but his partner like, hey, can we get some tea or something? Can we just relax? It's cold out. He like, there's a G14 base over nearby. Go over there, relax. Turning him all the way. And then Rob's like, you remember what happened to these Cypher Pole agents? Little like, you think we did that? No, everything we have showed them leaving. So no, y'all go. Leave S Bear, go. But of course, Dr. Vegapunk's dream, it looks like to make renewable energy an infinite source of energy for the entire world. Of course, Luffy doesn't care. Energy goes over his head. Being a hero to praise and help everyone, though admirable, Luffy don't care about that. He's only ever in for himself. So none of what Dr. Vegapunk was saying resonated with him at all. Only thing he got was, you want to leave. Why? And he's like, oh, because I'm about to die. I learned too much. I used as much money from the government as possible to make all the adventures I can. I want to keep doing this, but I'm about to die. So can you go? It says, twist of fate that you're here because I need to leave. But it looks like they're going to get into a fight with the world government, Cypher Pole Zero, trying to get Dr. Vegapunk out of here. But I got to say, his brain, his network that he has set up to where it's like some sort of Wi-Fi internet with other versions like that, if he could set that up on a global scale along with the concept of constant renewable energy to where no one has to wage war or fight for energy at all, those two things might be the greatest inventions in history. Period. We have one event in our world. We have the internet in our world, which is arguably one of the greatest adventures. He getting in his world would be crazy, but we don't have infinite energy. Him making infinite energy possible will be one of the greatest things. And he said that the closer he gets to doing it, keeps getting sent back to the Iron Giant and its power source, which is really bugging him. Maybe if he got a hold of it before it stopped moving 200 years ago, maybe he could have recreated it or have at you. But for it to start moving and attack Mary Joie the same year, the same time the Fishman got okay to go to the Reverie. And we know when the Fishman went to the Reverie this most recent time, Shirahoshi, the butt faces up there, the Teribito, they tried to cuff her. They tried to imprison her, throw her as a pet. So we know 200 years ago when they first got up there, who knows what kind of mess they were trying to do. That giant could have been retaliating for all we know. Oh my goodness. Well, we got some more information, but as it turns out, the more you learn, the more you know, the guarantee your death. It guarantees your death knowing way too much. So Vegapunk, obviously being the person he is, knows too much. His life's at risk. Luffy, ironically, here a 4 Emperor, same time that his life's at risk, he's gonna use him to get up out of here, and he's already appealing to him and Chopper's child nature with all these sparkling inventions and all these glam that the Egghead Island is. But beyond his dream, beyond the science of it, everything just looks amazing. So they got Luffy. I'm pretty sure they got Luffy and Chopper on board. They're gonna do their best to save Dr. Vegapunk. The rest of the crew are up to speed. They listened to that whole conversation, and they know that Rob Lucci's on the scene. So I'm assuming we'll reunite sometime soon. Oh, Zoro and Brook are still on the boat, so they might run into Rob and them first. Oh my goodness. It looks like a lot of things are about to play out. The chess pieces are being moved, and it looks like the game is about to start. So One Piece episode 1098, it was a pretty good episode, pretty entertaining. I enjoyed it, but I'm going to catch you on the next one. I've been Live the Truth. I'm out of here.